All right, today we're going to be doing an in-home workout that's great for building up your legs, your glutes, and your arms. Now, before we start, I just want to explain that there's benefits, muscle building benefits to working with low repetitions and high repetitions. That means working with heavyweight and lightweight. Both have different ways that they stimulate muscle growth. So we're going to be doing both today. Now, when I say heavyweight and lightweight, what I mean is heavyweight is using a weight that's so heavy that we're not able to perform more than like 8 repetitions in a row. Lightweight doesn't mean an easy weight. It just means a weight that we're able to do like 15 to 20 reps. But when we get to like rep number 17, it hurts. It's hard. It's not easy. Okay? So I just want to clarify on that. Now, the first exercise we're going to do is called a dumbbell squat curl. Now, before we get to that and I show you how to do that, I just want to go over how to properly squat so we're all on the same page. All right, now first of all, you want to make sure your toes are slightly externally rotated. That means your toes are slightly turned out. Now, the reason for that is twofold. First of all, when we externally rotate our toes, we're abducting our hips, and the hip abductors are the glutes. So that's how we're engaging our glute muscles in this exercise. Second of all, you'll see people all the time in the gym with their feet pointing forward doing squats. Well, here's the problem. It leaves you nowhere to go and you can't get the full range of motion because you start sitting on your thighs. Watch, I'll show you. Before I can get all the way down, my thighs get in the way. When we externally rotate our feet, point our toes slightly out, we open up our thighs. The first thing we think about when we squat down is opening up the inner thighs. That's going to give us room to squat all the way down. So the feet are externally rotated, we open up our inner thighs, and we sit right down. You see how much lower we're able to get? And like I said, we also are activating the glute muscles when we do this. Okay, so now on this one, we're gonna be working with a heavy weight. I have a 35-pound dumbbell. So now pick a weight where you can't perform more than 8 repetitions. If you can only perform 4, that's great. It leaves you room to grow. All right, hold your elbows close to your rib cage. Externally rotate your toes. And remember, the first thing we're going to do is open up our inner thighs so we can sit down. At the top, squeeze your glutes and then do a curl. Make sure you're bringing your arms all the way down so that your elbows are completely extended. You want to get the full range of motion. Then we'll do it again. Squeeze the glutes, elbows fully extended, curl. Okay, the next exercise is another one we're going to be using heavy weight, moderately heavy weight, a weight that won't allow us to do more than 8 repetitions. And this one is also great for building up the glutes. This is called the Bulgarian split squat. We're going to put our back foot up on something behind us like the couch or an ottoman or even a chair. Now, I want to go over the 3 common mistakes I see people make when they're doing this exercise. First of all, people will usually stand too close to the object that they're putting their foot up on. This will cause their knee to go far over their feet. They're off balance and they're putting too much pressure on their knee, on their patellar tendon. The second mistake I see people make, they put their foot too far away. This will cause them to lean back on their rear leg, taking all the work off of the front leg, and that's the one we're supposed to be working. Their weight is going into the object that their foot is resting on. So the proper way is so that our knee is coming out to just about where our toes are. We want all our weight on our front leg. That's the leg we're working. The third mistake I see people make is they might have the foot in the right position, but they'll hunch over with their back. We don't want to do this. This is going to shift the work of the exercise from your leg to your lower back. That's no good. Keep your shoulders back and your chest up. 1. At the top, make sure you're coming all the way up and you're fully extending your hip. That's where you're going to be working your glutes. Okay, the third exercise is called a hip thrust. We could either do the regular version or a single leg version, but here's where we're going to start getting into high repetitions. So we want to perform anywhere from 15 to 25 repetitions, but we don't want it to feel easy. We want it to be hurting. We want it to be burning. We want to know we're working those glutes. And if I haven't mentioned it already, this is probably the best exercise for building up your glutes. I'm going to do the single leg version. Actually, I'll show you both. You're going to put your upper back on an object behind you like the couch, your feet in front of you, and you just raise your pelvis all the way up. Now you don't want to just come up to here. You want to, because this isn't fully engaging your glutes. You want to come up so your pelvis is above your knees, all the way up, and you want to squeeze at the top. Now, if you can only perform 15 repetitions like this, you want to stick with this. If this is too easy for you, there's the single leg version. Same thing, you just lift one leg off of the ground, squeezing at the top. Okay, now the last exercise I'm going to show you is called a banded lateral side shuffle. This is great for activating the glute medius. What we're going to do before I put the band on, we're going to bend slightly in the knees and slightly at the hips. So we're pushing our hips back and bending at the knees. Shoulders back, chest up, and we're just going to be stepping side to side. It seems easy, but we're really going to be feeling it in the glute medius. The glute maximus is all back here. The glute medius is on the side and up to the top of your glutes. Now, since this is an arm workout and a glute workout, we're going to be adding in triceps. We hit the biceps and the brachialis and the bicep earlier on the first movement. On this one, we're going to be working the triceps. So we're going to add in a tricep kickback. Before we get started, I just want to show you how to properly do that. So we're bent over like this for the lateral side shuffle. For the tricep kickback, you want to lift your elbow up behind you to almost 90 degrees to get it almost parallel to the ground. Let your forearm just hang. You don't need to pull it up. You can let it just hang. And then you want to fully extend your elbow. Woo! You'll feel it. If you're doing it right, you're going to feel it in the tricep. Fully extend your elbow and squeeze. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3. 4, 4, 4. 5, 5, 5. 6, 6, 6. 7, 7, 7. 8, 8, 8. 9, 9, 9. 10, 10, 10. Okay, now I didn't do an even amount on both legs, and I really should, but I ran into some complications because the ottoman is in the way over here. When you do it, make sure you have enough room to perform the same repetitions on each leg. Now, this is supposed to be high repetitions, but I just wanted to show you how to do it. You should be aiming for 20 steps on each leg. All right, I hope this has helped you out. If you got any questions, comment below.